Alright, this is from the 8th grade book 4.3. And so we're going to now be looking at using this y equals mx plus b. And we've got a couple of important information in this that we want to look at. And m is our slope, so slope m, and our y-intercept is b. And this is going to make a little bit more sense the more we look at it. So you can use this to form a graph by plotting the point 0b and then using the slope. Okay, so this is all really important. This is all going to be actually stuff on our vocabulary list in pre-algebra. So let's look. So they're asking us to graph y equals 2/3 x minus 1. So before we even start on it, I'm going to have us write y equals mx plus b. And we are going to determine that our m, which is our slope, is going to be equal to 2/3. Okay. Our b is our y-intercept, and it equals minus 1. Okay? Which, if we look above here, it said we can plot 0b. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to do 0, and -1 is my b. If you're really confused right now, don't worry, we will be looking at this quite in depth over probably the next week or so. So I'm going to start with my b. So I'm going to start and I'm going to find my 0, -1 point. And I'm going to put a dot there. Okay? And then from that y-intercept, I'm going to rise to and run 3, sorry. So I'm going to rise 1, 2, and I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, and I can put another dot there. And if I had room, I could do it again. Rise 2, run 1, 2, 3, and put another dot there. You can do the reverse of that. I went up that time, so if I go down this time, down 2, and run 1, 2, 3 to the left, it gives me a dot there. That's just doing the reverse. I went up and to the right. To do the reverse of it, I went down and to the left. And you could keep doing points like that, and then you would connect the points, and it gives you a graph. Alright, I went ahead and went to the next page, and we're looking at the your turn. Sorry about the bell. Okay, so I have y equals mx plus b. So my m is 1/2, so I went ahead and have wrote some of this down. M equals slope, so my slope is 1/2. And some of you might need to write rise and run. Actually, a lot of you probably do, and that's okay. And then my b is plus 1, positive 1, 0b, so I'm going to do 0, 1. So I'm going to start at my point 0, 1, and I'm going to put a dot. And then I'm going to do rise 1, run 2. So rise 1, run 2, and put a dot. Rise 1, run 2, and put a dot. Rise 1, run 2, and put a dot. And I went up and to the right, so I can do the opposite of going down and to the left. Down and to the left, 2. Down 1 to the left, 2. And when I connect that, very sloppily, sorry, it makes a straight line if you do it correctly. Now, because this formula is for a linear equation, linear line, a hint is the line has to be, when you graph it, has to be a line. Alright, this is example 2 on the same page. Ken has a weekly goal for the number of calories gonna burn from walking. So we have our equation. And if we look at our graph setup, these are going by 300s. And so what they're saying you can do is, well, let's go ahead and just look at it. Write the slope as a fraction. So we have our slope, which is negative 300. So negative 300 over 1, because we need a rise and a run. And rise over run. And what they said is they found some equivalent fractions. So negative 600 over 2, so multiplied times 2. 900 over 3, they multiplied this times 3 and this times 3. And all three of these equal m because they're all 3 equal. My b is 2400, so my starting point is 0, 2400. So I'm going to go to 0, 2400 and put a big red dot. My slope is negative 300, so my rise is negative 300, which means down. And these were going by 300, so down 3, and it ran 1. Down 300, 1. Down 300 over 1. And what they're saying is you could make a bigger leap by doing the down 900, the over 3, and just getting these 2 points. I'm okay with you doing it either way. Personally, I still do this first one and do the smaller stair steps, but I wanted to go ahead and discuss this so you didn't look at it and get really quite confused. All I did was found some equivalent slopes, and you can use any of these. We could keep going and find some even more, do it times 4 and get negative 1200. I liked this example though because we haven't really looked at a negative slope, and we really haven't looked at a whole number for a slope and what that would look like. Well, actually not a whole number, an integer as a slope. And so we need to put it over 1 so that we have that run, that rise over run. I hope this didn't confuse you too much. Just know that there's a lot of different ways you can write the slope if you find an equivalent fraction for it. You can stick to the down 300 over 1, or you can find a bigger leap and do down 900 and over 3. Either one is correct. All right.